You and your damn scones. 0 out of 10 could not pay me to do that. That is not a figure. She's still working. God, could you imagine? Like, they believe it's a ghost. That doesn't mean it's a ghost. They captured it on a BlackBerry from 2007. Oh, that's such a pretty house. You better be getting screenshots. If you hear Frodo dying in the background, he's fine. Did Clyde like baseball? Sorry to all the non-simmers. We have simmers in the chat. This is not human behaviour. I don't know. Craig is absolutely correct. It's a demon cat. This is why you put curtains on your windows. God, people are stupid. Good old Boris. Everybody fucking behave yourselves. I'm gonna be nitpicky. That wasn't scary. That was fucking sad. It's almost like it doesn't actually exist. I know, right? And I am back. I hope that we are all back. We're all good. We've got snacks. We've got drinks. We did all the things that we needed to do. And I guess we will shuffle this because this is all in alphabetical order now. We shall shuffle this and we shall see what we get. I am nervous, to be honest. I don't know why. I just had a scone with jam and cream. Ooh, nice. Oh no, please no. If they find out, if we do this and they find out, you and your damn scones. Just had some cinnamon popcorn I made over the weekend. I mean, I hate cinnamon, but if you liked cinnamon, I'm assuming you do, but like if a person liked cinnamon, I'm sure that would be good. Personally, no. But that is a controversial opinion that gets me a lot of hate, that I don't like cinnamon. It's cinnamon and sugar. Nice. It does sound good, like in theory. Do we do this? Or do I take the safer option and respin? Because like, I'm fine doing it. The safer option. I mean, I was nervous about Spectral and I did that too. It's just Adam was mouthing off in my comments the other day. And if the TikTok crew figured it out, I don't know. I need my emotional support shape or my emotional support beardo here. I need a bigger, badder debunker. To be honest, my biggest problem with Ghost Trip Investigation is they just don't shut the fuck up, to be quite honest. And it's not that I'm scared, it's that I don't have mods, essentially. Like, I've got Rainbow. Rainbow's amazing. But for the level, like, I don't even know if Rainbow's modded on YouTube or not, to be honest. But I don't really have YouTube mods. And I'm worried about, like, doing something to kick everything off and then sort of trying to control stream and mod and it being like a whole thing. So that's more what my problem with it is. Annoying is bad. I mean, they're all fucking annoying, to be honest. Okay, try again. No, we just did Ghost Club. I'm not doing Ghost Club again. Okay. That time lucky? No, we just did the boys. It's what, come on. We just did the boys. I'm in a ghost hunting group, not on YouTube, but we are on Facebook. Nice. I'm in Debunkers Anonymous on Facebook. I'm not doing the boys. We just did the boys. This wheel sucks tonight. Okay, Slap Tam. I can work with that. I actually don't, out of the reaction channels, I don't mind Slap Tam all that much. Fucking titles though. I want one about 20 minutes. There's this one at, oh, there's this one. The 22-minute one might be the best. Yeah, that's looking at the best one time-wise. So we will go for scary videos too real to ignore. I thought I had Bumble, I don't, it was my shadow again. Today we're diving into a new collection of chilling scary videos that have left viewers questioning what they're seeing. From a frightening feature film deep inside a tunnel, to a possible ghost caught on camera at a well-known haunted location, and even a bizarre shapeshifter moment captured on the news. These clips are difficult to explain. Join us as we analyse scary videos that feel too real to ignore. Slaptown presents footage of a mysterious tunnel explorer, a thermal oh my god. The amount of times I've edited this word out of a fucking video. Anomaly. There we go. Anomaly. Probably not right. I tried. In a courthouse and a strange beam in the night sky. Also featured are alleged ghost sightings of a historic mansion and unexplained activity in a retirement home. Okay, let's just get started then.
Scary videos, so hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content, just like this.
Cute.
This scary video was shared on TikTok by user Urb Explorers, who document their journeys through abandoned and underground locations. In this clip, the group enters a mysterious tunnel that opens up into a sprawling underground labyrinth. As they push deep,
my first thought with like a random ass tunnel like this in the middle of the woods is bootlegging. Like, is it an old bootlegging tunnel or something? Granted, I don't know where this is. I'm assuming it's America. It could be anywhere, but that was my first thought.
Deeper, they come across scattered children's clothing lying in the dust. The garments appear dirty and discarded, adding an unsettling layer to what's already a claustrophobic.
I don't like the implication of this, to be honest. That looks very iffy and small. It does.
Setting. According to the uploaders, the exploration lasted roughly 5 hours. As time wore on, the air grew thick with dust and the team began to feel disoriented, struggling to retrace their steps through the maze of corridors.
Surely if you were... Yeah, because that looks like they've attempted to fill it in. Like, it used to be a bigger doorway. 0 out of 10 could not pay me to do that. Done. Okay, Squidge, I'll get you a new puzzle in a minute. Old mines maybe. Yeah, it's like an old mine or some sort of old tunnel. It looks like it's been filled in. I would, well, maybe not these days. I would have done that. I used to love, I don't think I've actually been, oh my God, my chair will not move. Thank you. I haven't actually been like real caving, but I've done like simulated caving. So like it was safe structures and like systems and stuff. Which by that it was like big PVC pipe like embedded underground. But yeah, this just looks like something that has been filled up. My main concern with tunnels like that, I cannot sit in frame ever. My main concern with tunnels like that is air quality. Like, I would be concerned about there actually being enough oxygen down there, like proper oxygen down there. But also I would be concerned, like if they were, it seems like they were out urbexing. Oxygen is good. Oxygen is good. It seems like they were out urbexing. And like, yes, urbexing is super dangerous, but like surely if you were out doing that, you would have like, I don't know, spray paint or something. I don't know, literally something in your bag that you could make markers with. Like, maybe not spray paint because that's permanent, and I know the whole point of urbexing is to like leave it untouched, but the mouse spinning, I'm on it. But just something that you could place down to like try and find your way back. I think it's very irresponsible to not have some sort of, you know, because of that I'm going to be an absolute dick with this puzzle. Probably not. I might. Who knows? Yeah, but anyway, I feel like it's really irresponsible to not have a way back, like a way out, a way to know which way you came. It's not just air quality, but also things like rat and bat droppings with various viruses. Yes, that is very true. Like breadcrumbs or string. Yeah, something, yeah. Like you got lost in there for 5 hours. If that is true, I don't really have a reason to believe it's not true. You should have something. Chalk, easy to wash off. That's a good point. Yeah, chalk. Just something. Irresponsible people doing irresponsible things. Or reflective tape. That's also another good one, actually. I didn't think of that either. But yeah, you should have something so you can find your way back.
But it's a blink and you miss it moment around the 20-second mark that's drawn the most attention.
Was it that little light thing?
When the footage is slowed down, what appears to be a dark figure can be seen peering around a tunnel corner.
I knew it! Dark figure, literally the lightest thing in this tunnel. Slap ham! Yes, slap ham! I can do frames now. I learnt. Am I going the right way? That is not a figure. That is a light reflection that just looks like eyes. That is pareidolia at its finest. Ah, you joined me. Oh my god, so great. Yeah. It's just a little light reflection and it's gone. How is it? Yeah, the dark shadow, literally the lightest thing in the tunnel.
Corner just ahead of the group. The shape is brief, barely a frame or two, and it's partially obscured by shadow, but the outline seems distinctly human.
No, it doesn't. Nothing about that is remotely human.
Commenters spotted the figure after the video was uploaded. The explorers themselves reportedly didn't notice it at the time, which only made the clip more unnerving once it began circulating online. Some viewers suggested it could be a trick of light and shadow in the narrow tunnel, or perhaps another explorer or homeless person sheltering underground.
Not a person, it disappears into a wall. It's light.
The environment is dark and dusty, and brief visual artifacts aren't uncommon in low-light footage. Others weren't so sure. They pointed to the figure's stillness, the way it appears to be watching the group from just around the bend, and the fact that no one else was encountered during the 5-hour exploration. So what do you think was lurking in that tunnel? A play of light in a...
My ghost looks like he's having a great time. They all look like they're having the best time. Look at them.
Dusty underground passage? Or was something genuinely unexplained caught on camera that day?
No.
This scary video was shared on Reddit by user subject-bottle8902, who says they captured something unexplained while working at a local courthouse. According to the poster, the courthouse entrance is fitted with both a metal detector and a thermal camera. One day last week, they noticed something odd on the thermal display near the front door. But when they looked, there was nothing there.
Well, just first off, it's not hot enough to be a person. Second off, I don't know. I'm tired.
No, it's not. I think I called it one.
My guess is just there's a warm patch in the room. It kind of looks humanoid. Like, that's an arm. That's a hand, which will be attached to a different arm. Head. Body. I kind of see it. I don't know if trickery's going on here or what. Probably a heat event. Fair. Didn't think of that. I'm tired. I don't think of these things. I also don't know American buildings very well, to be fair. So like here, we've all got like storage heaters. So it would be like a heat source coming off of a wall. You guys have like heat events and stuff like that, which is different. So I wouldn't like automatically think of that. Spooky. No, that was like an arm movement. I don't know. I think there's some trickery going on here.
No, it's not. I think I called it one.
That was a sort of movement. It's warm above the door. Courthouses are older buildings. Usually they have old and new heating. Yeah, if it was just like a solid patch, I'd be like, it doesn't look hot enough to be a person. I'm pretty sure people show up warmer than that on thermal guns. I honestly don't know. Could it be the reflection on the glass? Also, the doors look glass. What's on the other side? Yeah, I don't know. Could there actually be a person? And it's like through the door and like, because that looks white. Like this looks frosted. It might not be frosted. It kind of looks frosted. Like misty glass. But this looks white. So is there a wall here? And then there's someone, because your walls are like paper. Like what's in the hallway? And is there a room on the left? Yeah, like is there a person in what I think is this room? And that's why they're not as hot. Because it kind of looks like a seated person.
The poster says they tried to rationalize it. A reflection, a sense of...
There is a wall there. Okay, it looked murky because it was paused. There is a wall there. It could be two videos. And it's possible, but with how much it's being wobbled around, I don't know how easy that would be to do. It's a lot of lining up. My first guess would be there's a person on the other side of this wall, and whoever is recording this legitimately thinks that something weird's going on.
Residual heat from someone who'd just walked past, but they couldn't find an explanation that fit. When they mentioned it to other people working in the building, the reaction wasn't surprising. Apparently, the courthouse has a long history.
I want to look at the actual camera.
When they...
No, this isn't moving. Wait. This isn't... They're moving this around. If it was live footage, surely the image on the screen would be moving too. Why do they have heat vision when everyone's working? I'm assuming this is a playback because it's static. Is there just someone sat at their desk in another room? That was my first thought. But this is static footage and they're wobbling this thing around and it's not moving.
Sensor glitch, residual heat from someone who'd just walked past.
Wait, are they? Are they wobbling it around or are they just... It's on a... No, is it? I don't know. Is it on a... It's on a tripod. Maybe they're not wobbling it around, and because they're waving their phone around so much, it looks like they're wobbling it around.
But they couldn't find an explanation that fit. When they mentioned it to other people working in the building, the reaction wasn't surprising. Apparently, the...
No, I'm going back with option A, and is someone just in the other room on their desk, because it looks like somebody has their back to this wall, because you can see all the little signs on it, and it's not very hot. Like, humans on heat guns run a lot hotter than yellow. So that to me feels like they're further away. Could be a piece of paper in the window. Heat would still go through the paper, we just can't see them. True. But no, normally whenever Sam and Colby or whatever are running around with a heat gun, people are like red. So with it being this cold down in yellow, with a little bit of a heat signature up here, I'm thinking there's just a person at their desk and it's like through the wall. Yeah, and how far away they are. Yeah, so we're going with true they are, but maybe it's because the person's further away. Yeah. So we're going with person just minding their own business at work.
That fit. When they mentioned it to other people working in the building, the reaction wasn't surprising. Apparently, the courthouse has a long history of strange encounters. Several staff members shared their own paranormal stories. One popular theory among courthouse regulars is that the figure belongs to a woman who was once tried, convicted, and sentenced to death in that very building. Whether that history is connected to the thermal anomaly is anyone's guess. Skeptics have pointed out that thermal cameras can be tripped by heat reflections off glass doors, vents pushing warm air, or even insects landing on the lens. Any of these could...
But again, it would be warmer. It would be more like this.
...produce a vaguely humanoid shape under the right conditions. Others...
I still like there's a person through the wall theory. I also kind of like heat reflection. Maybe it is. I don't know enough about thermal cameras for that. But I'm still going with option number one. It's just dude at his desk.
Aren't so sure. They note that the figure doesn't drift or dissipate the way a heat artifact normally would. So what do you think that thermal figure really was? A stray heat signature caused by something perfectly ordinary? Or a ghost caught on camera, still lingering in the building where her fate was sealed?
I mean, if it is a ghost, why is she just like chilling and sat? Because that really does look like a seated person, like with the height and the arm movements and everything. They look seated. She's still working. God, could you imagine?
No, it's not. I think I called this one right away. I was like,
Oh,
this unsettling clip comes from a viewer submission, and it's one of those ghost videos where the backstory makes it even more compelling. According to the submitter, Chris Jesse, his friend was working...
I wish they walked through that door just to see what's on the other side. Yeah, but they never do that. That would be common sense. Remember, common sense is banned here. You get banned for common sense.
Night shifts at a retirement home in Madison, Indiana. The building was formerly the King's Daughters Hospital, a facility where over the years many patients had passed away. His friend had reportedly been seeing a figure in the hallways and in various rooms throughout the building. Chris says he laughed it off at first, but was intrigued enough to keep listening, given the building's history. About a week later, she sent him a message claiming she'd finally caught the ghost on the security monitor in her office, filming the screen with her phone.
Oh, did you see that? I didn't get that.
Okay, framing it. Can we frame it a bit faster, please? Okay, so there's like a black blob. Just trying to take this video frame by frame. I'm not even sure it's doing it.
Security monitor in her office, filming the screen with her phone.
Are you telling me that was not a fly with like how they darted? How that darted off the screen? It was just like small, it was sort of wobbling a little bit and then just whoosh, gives me fly energy.
Oh, did you see that? I didn't get that.
Chris says this is probably the best ghost video he's ever witnessed, mostly because
Chris needs to go back to school, get some common sense. I don't know.
he personally knows the person who captured it and trusts the authenticity of its origins.
I'm not doubting there was a black smudge on the screen that darted off. I just look at the quality of this camera. It's not.
Oh, did you see that? I didn't get that.
Like, they believe it's a ghost. That doesn't mean it's a ghost.
Oh, what is this?
That's sick, though. I don't know what that is. That is sick. It's the gays.
This mysterious footage was
They captured it on a BlackBerry from 2007. They did.
shared on Instagram by user Luisa Ranke, where it quickly racked up over 26,000
Yes, it's the gays.
likes and more than 4 across
But also, I have zero idea. Like, realistically. The sky is not my forte. Okay?
the dark sky.
Is it real? Like, what is this?
Viewers were divided. Some were genuinely baffled, calling it everything from a portal to a sign from above. But one explanation kept surfacing. Several comments
Oh, Trevor. He was saying something. I don't know. I paused because I thought somebody said something. It was just Trevor being Trevor. Bless him.
pointed to an art installation called Global Rainbow, created by artist Yvette Materne. The installation uses 7 high-powered laser beams projected into the sky, each representing one colour of the rainbow. It's been displayed in various cities as a large-scale meditative public artwork. Commenters also noted that similar sightings were reported in Los Angeles in 2025, which lines up with known installations of the piece. If that's the case, then what we're looking at is likely a deliberate
That's cool. I like that. Because my first thought was it looks kind of like light with how it like dissipates towards the end. And it's like stronger down here. That's really cool. But I'm still going with it's the gay agenda.
art project, not anything atmospheric or otherworldly.
Look at this!
Still, not everyone was convinced. Some pointed out that the beam's position and behaviour didn't quite match known laser installations, and questioned whether it could be something else entirely.
Like the spotlight some car dealers use for sales, but it fell over. Sky Pride. Yes, Sky Pride.
This is the rawest shit I've ever seen in my life. Is it real? Like, what is this?
Follow it. Follow the rainbow. That's what I would do.
I'm kind of scared, but I'm not. But what is it?
Yeah, if I saw something like this, I would be walking that way to try and figure out where it was coming from.
This alleged...
Oh, that's such a pretty house. Okay, I give Americans a lot of shit for their buildings, but this, stunning. You got this right. Oh my god, Barra, time to build this. I am absolutely not building this. Absolutely not. This is a rainbow job. Rainbow, I need you to build a thing. I want to see this house in California. It's at the Winchester. It's pretty. I have no idea. Yeah, Rainbow, could you do me a favour? Older American houses like Victorian style are really pretty. They are really pretty. I'll add it to the list.
Ghost caught on camera comes...
Yeah, it's the Winchester house.
From viewer Jamie Valpoon, who visited the famous Winchester...
I'm sorry, Val, what? I nearly choked on my tea. Catch me off guard.
Mystery.
Okay, but if we're talking about Sims for a second, the fairies pack would slap for some of this because of like all the bendy things.
House in San Jose, California, back in... that she noticed something...
And she caught a light reflection of a dude in a hat. You better be getting screenshots. More cats and dogs too. Yes, the shingle from cats and dogs would be good. I love, you can tell we're fucking simmers because we're sitting here looking at like an old historical house, doing a paranormal debunking video, and we're like, yeah, how would we build this? Like, which packs would be good for this? The music is very relaxing. Me too, it's on my bucket list. She never stopped building because she was afraid if she finished it, the ghost would get her. Oh, that's actually really sad. Because Winchester was the heir of the Winchester rifle family. Yes. The Mystorian did a great deep dive on the actual history of this house. Ooh, I will have to check that out. If you hear Frodo dying in the background, he's fine. Allergies. You know what's funny? It's like when I'm out with the hubby and admiring certain homes or buildings and all I get is, oh yeah, that's nice. I know, right? I'm talking architecture. Although me and Freddie have had some really good conversations about architecture because we like similar styles of architecture, so that's nice. When I see houses, I'm always making mental notes which packs I need to make it. Like those chairs are life and death, those chairs are life and death. Rainbow, take notes. The new tea solarium kit would be good for the table decor. I don't think it's a reflection. The panes on the panes on the door are different. Is that not a mirror? There's some sort of reflection business going on in all of this mess, but I thought this was a mirror. Oh my god, Para was about to see that, the new tea kit, yes. It's not actually true. She kept locals employed and the strangeness of the house was caused by a floor damage in the San Francisco earthquake. Interesting. That looks like the person taking the photo of the living room. There is a horror movie with Helen Mirren about this. I don't know. Oh, dining room. Yes. I don't know actor names. Okay, just keep watching.
Odd on the far left of the image. Standing there, partially visible, appears to be a man wearing a hat and a heavy coat.
Yeah. See, I need a floor plan of the house. Or like other images of the house. To be honest, I could get that. Probably. Winchester house images? You're just gonna give me external images, are you? I don't want external images. Dude looks like he's wearing a baseball cap though. No, it looks like a fedora almost. Doesn't it? It's got that, I mean, it could be a baseball cap. Maybe this is a shadow from something else, but this sort of harsher line makes me think fedora. But if that's a shadow from something else, then yes, that's very rounded and could be a baseball cap. We didn't do floor plans. Purple needs to know the movie. I like watching movie that are old houses like American Horror Story Season 1. I also thought baseball cap, a fedora, and then the ghost walked past me tipping his hat and said, "Milady." Exactly. Inside? This is not helping me. Is this the same room? Can we go back a minute? That is definitely not the same room. Only problem with massive ass houses is that there's a million pictures of them. And normally of like 3 rooms. The movie is called Winchester. Didn't the narrator call it the dining room? Yes, he did. This is the dining, or a dining room from a different angle, I think. Just seeing if I could see either a picture of that. Jesus Christ, that house is huge. Look at it. I don't think Rainbow can build this house. It's not going to fit on a 64 by 64 lot. Look at that bastard. I need bigger lots. One's a single door, the other is a double door. Yes. But I was looking for something with this sort of door. I don't get how people want such big houses, but they have staff. I would either get overwhelmed or lost. Yes, same. To be honest, I don't want a house that big. She can't compromise it. It will be fine. I don't think I'm going to find what I want. Have we got like TripAdvisor or something? I'm actually going to look for TripAdvisor. Ah, it is. 2,000 pictures. Fuck me. I can get married there. Doesn't surprise me, to be honest. Have a dinner first? No, Kiwi, we're getting married. Deal with it. The Venetian dining room. Okay. Okay, fine. Pipe walker for vampires. Yes. It's a massive tourist attraction these days, I can imagine. Ghost. Oh, I love the windows. Makes my gothic heart happy. Really surprised there is not a picture of this room. Thanks, Dad. Welcome in. How are you? How's the wife? How's the kids? I want to visit this home. Looks like we need a road trip. Can someone pick us all up? Like, I know this is a massive house, but why have you got so many dining rooms? If I went to California, this would definitely be on the list. Might need something a bit more aerodynamic than a car if we're picking up Kiwis. Pick them up in a private jet, it'd be fine. In case you get mad at whoever you live with, so you can have other places to eat dinner. Okay, fair. You just have separate quarters within the same house. A separate kitchen, separate living room, all of it. Is this the room? I think this is the room. Right. Yes. That's reflective. I want to see out there. Those chairs need to be pushed in. One dining room for breakfast, one for lunch, one for snacks, one for dinner, one for guests, and one for children. There's a 3D house for $9. Nice. I'm not that desperate, I don't think. I would give up before that. Looking for a needle for a haystack, yes. Don't forget the staff places. Very true. Final look. Winchester House, Venetian dining room. Are they all taken from that angle? I mean, that's a slightly better angle. That doesn't really help me though. Well, that's the picture we're looking at. Okay, that's a window. That's better. That's a window. And then there's double doors behind the window. But unless it's a member of staff or somebody snuck in there, that's cordoned off. That doesn't mean it's not a reflection from somewhere else. Yes, that was your thought. I originally thought it was a reflection. I just couldn't figure out like where from. There could be 12 ways to get there though. The house is amazing. That's a fair point. Maybe you can't go this way, but you could go like that way and he's standing behind this door. Well, we're not going to figure that one out unless we can go. But yeah, I wasn't sure whether this was a mirror reflecting something from this side of the room or whether this was see-through and this door was actually here. That's what I was trying to figure out. You do get a gold star. Absolutely. I will do you get a yay. You get a yay. And the flippy flappy bats on the chat. Did she say that there were 3 other people with her? Yes, she did. We should have a counter for how many puzzles we get through in a stream. I might add that. And let's continue.
On the far left of the image. Standing there, partially visible, appears to be a man wearing a hat and a heavy coat.
You know what? Looking at it again, yeah, that is absolutely a baseball cap. Kiwi, you never asked for a gold star, to be fair. So maybe start asking for them? Do I need a gold star command? I don't even know how I would go about doing that. No one is wearing a heavy coat in Southern Cali. I don't even think it looks like a heavy coat, does it? It looks like a shirt. Like that looks like a collar. It could be just like a polo shirt or something. Nope, it's a blurry shirt. I thought it's better not to beg for them because then they aren't deserved. Okay, but I also have the attention span of a gnat, so sometimes you need to ask for things. Me and Freddie have started doing that to each other because we're not very good at remembering to praise each other for things sometimes. And so it'd be like dragging the other person to like whatever we've done and being like, look, I did a thing. Or if we're busy or sat down or whatever, it'd be like, go there and go look at what I did. And then it's like, oh yeah, you did a good job. Yeah. And then we're sort of demanding praise from each other, but in like a really sweet way. I like it. I'm like that. Like I need him to look like, yes, I cleaned the bathroom. Look, appreciate me. Because you have to. Yes. Call me a good girl. I don't know. Do the way to go superstar.
Big stretch, you gotta say big stretch. Every time I do a big stretch, you know that's the rule.
Thank you, Kiwi.
Way to go, superstar. I knew you could do it.
Yeah.
Jamie says nobody was standing in that spot. The entire group was clustered around the tour guide and she didn't see any other staff members during the tour.
Okay, just because you don't see another staff member doesn't mean there wasn't another one there. It's a big building.
What makes the detail even stranger is the clothing. It was mid-September and very hot outside. No one would reasonably be dressed in a heavy coat.
Which is why it's a blurry shirt and a baseball cap.
Jamie believes the figure may be the spirit of a man known as Clyde.
Oh, good old Clyde. During or after its construction is very vague. Like, it has to be one of them. He's not still alive. What about Bonnie? Oh, well, we can't have it all. He's also one of the Pac-Man ghosts. Oh, that's so cute. Did Clyde like baseball? Maybe we'd have to ask him. Right, who's got the Ouija board? Or, you know, maybe we could do the spirit box. One of them was called Clyde. Yes.
A second photo, submitted by Jamie, shows a historical image of workers at the house with a man in white at the centre, believed to be Clyde.
Barry, you need to pull out your board. I don't have one. Lol, Barry, we have the exact same reaction hearing the name Clyde. Yeah, well, you stan a Clyde. But also, none of these hats are even remotely similar. These are like bowler hats. They're not anywhere similar to what we saw in that window. You don't have a boo command.
Skeptics might argue the figure in the dining room photo is simply a trick of light, a shadow cast by furniture, or even a reflection of one of the many glass surfaces inside the house.
I think a reflection off of one of the many glass surfaces is more likely to be accurate. Right turn, Clyde.
The Winchester Mystery House is full of unusual angles, mirrors, and doorways that could create misleading shapes. But others have pointed out that the figure appears to have defined edges, a clear hat shape, and proportions consistent with a person, not a random shadow.
It could be a random shadow of a person. Oh my god, the lamp is from Royalty and Legacy. Sorry to all the non-simmers. We have simmers in the chat.
So what do you think Jamie captured in that dining room? A trick of the light inside one of America's most unusual homes? Or a genuine ghost sighting of a long dead worker still wandering the halls he helped build?
I'm gonna go with not a ghost.
This quick but unsettling clip was shared on TikTok by user Georgia Peach, who says they noticed something strange outside their window one night.
Okay, I was originally gonna say it was like the light reflecting off of a bug, but then there was two of them. I'd need to watch that again. Oh my god, I saw a tree from Debug from Adventure Awaits pack the other day. Is it a good tree? I'm guessing it's a good tree.
Noticed something strange outside their window one night.
I see the eyes. Oh my god.
Is it the reflection of the cat's eyes? One of the flat ones. Oh, nice. I don't know. This is not human behaviour. I don't know. Or some reflection. Oh my god, plot twist. It's only the cat's eyes in the window. Oh my, who would have known? I don't think it is the cat's eyes thinking about it. Not sure. I thought it was a laser pen. What's throwing me off is that there's two and it's level. Like, it starts off being one. That could be a laser pen. That could be a bug. Demon cat. Craig is absolutely correct. It's a demon cat. Might have been a bird. I mean, it could have been. Maybe. Maybe an owl and it turned its head. But I don't know. It was very level for a minute. My impulse wants to say editing. Oh, it was me. Damn it, Kiwi. But I don't want to full on editing for everything. Yeah, agreed. Okay, well, if you guys agreed, then.
Oh my god.
What makes the clip even more unnerving is the homeowner's cat.
I don't know. The way that one blinks on as well, it has quite bird or cat movements. It has very bug movements in the beginning.
What makes the clip even more unnerving?
It's coming from behind the cat. Is it? I'm as blind as a fucking bat with these sort of things.
What makes the clip even more unnerving is the homeowner's cat.
It's like that first down, bug, light, moth, whatever. But then that's what's weirding me out. Like, I don't think it's paranormal. I just don't know what it is. Maybe it's a laser pen. The way it flicked up could be a laser pen. There could be two laser pens, to be fair. But then it's all sort of level and then it... Why is it...
The animal is visibly fixated on the window, its body tense, ears forward, clearly reacting to whatever's...
That's a very humanoid... You can't even say... That's a very humanoid movement of just like the swoop.
out there. Cats are known for their sharp night vision and sensitivity to movement, so the fact that this one appears genuinely unsettled has only fueled speculation in the comments.
To be honest, it's looking like a cat that's seen a laser pen or a light reflection. Cats go feral for that shit.
The most likely explanation is wild.
Maybe a deer. It could be a deer. I hadn't thought of that because it's very tall in the window, which is why I don't think it's a cat. If this is on the ground floor, it could be a deer. I think it's a cat on a fence or a wall. But that doesn't explain all the different movements we've got. I don't know how other animals act that well though, so it could be some other type. Bigger deer have that kind of lumbering motion, especially when they aren't startled. Yeah.
Life. Deer, owls, raccoons and possums all produce strong eye shine when caught in ambient light or a camera's infrared. The height and spacing of the eyes could easily match a larger animal standing just outside. Still, some viewers weren't entirely convinced. A few pointed out that
it could be more than one thing. Like, this could be a moth. I don't know why I'm pointing. Oh my god. This could be a moth because it's a different kind of light.
the eyes seem unusual.
And then there just so happened to be another animal out there. And it's two different things. And I'm trying to assign it to being one thing. And that's why it's not working. I've been out riding a horse early in the morning and the deer never got startled because I was on a horse, not on foot. And they just saw the horse. God, deer are stupid. I think I would have screamed. Yeah, I don't blame her being scared. This is a creepy thing to see, especially at night.
Bright and steady for a...
Yeah, but I think it's some sort of larger animal. I think the first light was a moth. Why didn't she just turn her phone light on? Because she's scared. Okay, I do understand. Just sort of freezing, staring at it, and not... If it's a double window, you may get two-way reflections on one light. You may get two reflections on one light source. That is also a very good point. I can't tell if that's double glazed or not. It could be a double reflection, but I'm thinking it would have made more sense to turn the inside light off to see what it was. But also, if you're scared, I get why you wouldn't do that. Yeah, same. We worry about the windows being double glazed. Only in the debunking sense, like if the window's double glazed, this is why you put curtains on your windows. It is, because then you don't see all the creepy nighttime shit. All the very normal creepy nighttime shit.
passing animal, and that the cat's reaction suggests something more than a routine visitor.
No, it doesn't. It's just a cat doing cat things.
So what do you think was watching from the other side of that window? Let me know your thoughts.
I still think this was a moth. I mean, I've closed the curtain so I don't have to see the outside. Yeah, the outside sucks.
It's in the comments below.
I see the eyes. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then whatever this is some sort of animal being the cat, and then they're just staring at each other for a minute before the thing runs off. And then the cat's like, where did it go? Okay, we actually spent a fair bit of time on that one. And the previous one, to be honest. I would put money on a deer because of how it looks around, like it's got a longer neck. Yeah, I can see that. An animal doing animal stuff. Yes, an animal doing animal stuff in the outside where animals live. But I forgot our golden rule that we established like two streams ago. Whereas animals don't exist on the outside, it is always ghosts. As the street light on my street is a couple of meters from my bedroom window and the light doesn't go out until 2 or 3 a.m. Ugh. I have a street light right outside my bedroom window as well.
This unsettling clip was submitted to us by viewer Lee, who goes by the handle _roaming reverend, and it's one of those scary videos that gets stranger the more you watch it. The footage appears to have been recorded off a television screen using a mobile phone a few...
Oh, so it's perfect quality. Benji literally meows at the ceiling sometimes, so I don't know if cats are the most reliable indicator of paranormal stuff. He's talking to the ceiling ghosts, okay? That's why you can't see it. There's ceiling ghosts up there. I don't know, like ghost spiders or something. Oh god, could you imagine? Absolutely not.
Years back. It shows a news anchor mid-broadcast reading from a teleprompter when something odd happens with their eyes.
Demons. It's not the whites of her eyes go black, it's the reflection on her eyes. It cuts out for a second. The light shining at her got blocked. God, people are stupid.
For a brief moment.
Yeah, no, she still has white. I mean, it's creepy as shit, don't get me wrong. But she still has the whites of her eyes.
For a brief moment, the anchor's pupils seem to shift.
And across the Oldham region, 42 schools alone have been closed here, causing all sorts of problems.
Some viewers believe it could be evidence of so-called shape-shifting,
yeah,
a recurring claim in certain corners of the internet where people allege that public figures occasionally reveal non-human characteristics on camera. Those who subscribe to the shapeshifter theory point to the specific...
Good old Boris. Do snake eyes or cat? I think it's like reptilian eyes.
Localized nature of the distortion. They argue it only affects the eyes, not the surrounding face.
It's lizard people. It's the lizard people conspiracy theory.
And that it doesn't resemble typical compression noise, which tends to appear in blocky...
That last one was definitely fake. Oh, as if they aren't all fake.
...uniform patterns across the whole image.
But also, this isn't what happened with her eyes. So why are you showing me 3 different pictures of lizard people when her eyes just went black for a second?
No follow-up footage from the same broadcast has surfaced to confirm or rule out the anomaly, and the original TV broadcast quality version hasn't been publicly compared.
Yeah, it happens as she turns her head slightly. I can agree that some people are not humans, but that's not because they're shapeshifters. They are just pieces of shit. Agreed. I absolutely agree with that. Some people just absolutely suck.
And across the Oldham region, 42 schools alone have been closed here, causing all sorts of problems.
And my fellow citizens.
Everybody fucking behave yourselves. I'm pretty sure a shapeshifter would be able to control their goddamn eyes or keep their goddamn eyes under control. Yes, I think so too. Boo, get him off the stage. Behave.
The golden age of America begins right now.
In the lead up to the most recent State of the Union address, UFO disclosure advocates were buzzing with anticipation.
The camera guy. I knew I couldn't trust you guys.
Prominent voices in the community had hinted that this could be the moment, that the president many had dubbed the disclosure president might finally acknowledge the phenomenon on the world's biggest political stage. He didn't.
Americans have always been the people who defied all arts, transcended all dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom.
The topic of UFOs
Oh my god, I'm ignoring you guys until he's gone.
went entirely unmentioned during the address. No references to unexplained aerial phenomena, no nod to ongoing congressional hearings, no acknowledgement of the military whistleblowers who've risked their careers to push for transparency. Some argued it was simply a matter of priorities. A State of the Union address covers economic policy, national security, and legislative goals. UFO disclosure, while significant to the community, may not have made the cut in a tightly scripted political event. Others saw it differently. For those who'd been tracking the growing momentum behind congressional UAP hearings, the silence felt deliberate. A few commenters suggested it could signal that disclosure is being handled through quieter channels, away from the spotlight of primetime television. So what do you make?
Oh, that was a banker's light. Amazing. Just trying to comment on literally anything else.
Through quieter channels, away from the spotlight of primetime television. So what do you make of the silence? A practical decision in a packed political address? Or a sign that the truth about unexplained aerial phenomena is still being kept firmly behind closed doors?
I don't know. Personally, I don't think it's that deep, and it was probably a timing thing and a priorities thing, but I don't know. You should ask Obama, that dude knows what's up. Okay, I'm gonna stop ignoring you guys now.
Dad, is that you?
This mysterious video was sent to us by viewer Nikki Romero, who believes the clip may show her
UFO guy here, it's likely all bullshit. Cool, resident expert.
late father making contact from beyond the grave. According to Nikki, her father passed away unexpectedly in 2021. At the time, she was living alone with her 2 young sons in a quadplex. She says all 3 of them would regularly see unexplainable shadows drifting through the hallway outside their bedrooms. Objects would fall over for no apparent reason. One day, while home alone, Nikki heard one of her...
So they were just grieving, and it was continuing bond stuff. I have a video on continuing bonds if anybody's interested. If they paid him $1 million, he would have made up whatever they wanted to hear. The US always starts UFO hype when they're releasing a new plane. Interesting. Shadows drifting? Is that even possible? It wouldn't be a shadow if it was drifting, would it? Technically not. No, technically not.
child's bath toys suddenly go off in the bathroom. The toy is designed with 2 heat sensors that activate when it's placed in warm water. But here's the thing. Her children had been away with their father all weekend. The bathtub hadn't been used in days. It was bone dry.
That doesn't mean it was dry inside the toy though. These sort of toys are like a harbinger for water, mildew, black mold, all sorts. They're kind of gross.
Settled but curious, Nikki grabbed her phone and started filming. Asked another question.
This one's sad. I don't like these ones because the person is truly grieving and is trying to make sense of things and is actively probably just looking for signs, and they truly believe that it's their dad, because especially when it's an unexpected death and you're longing for that connection and everything, it's really hard. I think if I had experienced... Jesus Christ. My baby. I think if I had experienced something like this when my mum went, I would have done similar, or, you know, clung to the meaning of it. I actually got upset that nothing happened when my mum died, and everybody else was telling me fucking dragonfly stories, and they were getting signs from my mum and all this sort of stuff, and I was like, well, I'm her daughter, I'm bending over backwards trying to plan her funeral, but make sure, hello, make sure, you know, like Felix is okay, that the other family is okay, that everybody has the information that they need and all the rest of it. And I think that was just my eyes. It got darker, and I don't think it actually did get darker. I think it was just my eyes. But I don't get a visit. So that was hard. But yes, stop buying your toys in Temu. Yes. Oh my god, if my dad comes back to me in the form of a bath toy, I'm going to laugh so hard. Yeah, I get that. I would find it very hard to believe that spirits would choose to communicate through some bullshit toy. So we had one of these exact toys. They go off anytime. Like you say, water inside them. Yeah, exactly. I think what you just said is absolutely right. Yeah. I find these ones really sad because the person is just searching for answers and is trying to handle and deal with that initial loss, especially when it's sudden. And I've gone through that, so I know sort of firsthand what it's kind of like. Because obviously everybody is different, everybody processes things different, but sudden loss, any kind of loss is hard, but sudden loss is really difficult as well. I understand what it's like to lose someone suddenly and unexpectedly, and I think you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Is that you?
Like, you can hear the emotion in her voice. Her voice is wavering. There's nothing here for me to sit and think that she doesn't actually believe this. But that doesn't mean it's true. Thank you, Prism. I appreciate that. Yeah. I lost her in 2022, so it's been a couple of years. We had a complicated relationship, so that adds a whole other layer of confusion and grief and all of that. Like, she was a good mum sometimes and absolutely fucking sucked the rest of the time, and we were sort of fixing things, and then she died, and we will never get an opportunity to actually have a good relationship. So that's hard. So I swing between, I love her, like I do love her, no matter how I feel about her, I love her. But at the same time, I swing into anger a lot, especially with some of the bullshit she put me through.
Daddy, if it's you, make it go.
It went off once more.
But the thing is, it's not just going off once, it's going off continuously, like something's dripped inside it or something, and it's just making it go off. But yeah, quickly or slowly, it's all awful. It is absolutely all awful. Death is one of the hardest things we will ever... Death and loss are one of the hardest things we'll ever have to deal with as humans, I think. Because there's no answer for it, there's no closure for it, and humans thrive on closure. There's nothing we can do about it, it's completely out of our control. And that's really hard.
The timing of each activation appears to line up directly with her questions, as though something or someone is responding in real time.
No, it doesn't.
Nikki says the activity in the apartment continued for some time after this incident. The shadows, the
Yeah, no. It's a faulty toy, and it probably stopped when she moved because she had associated the activity with that home, and it was like a fresh start. Continuing Bond stuff and either actual or perceived, you know, phenomena. It's especially attributed to grief. It's why residential cases need to be handled with such care, and your local fake YouTuber should not be putting their fucking mitts anywhere near it.
If you want to see more scary videos just like these, then hit that subscribe button and turn on all channel notifications.
I'm gonna be nitpicky, that wasn't scary, that was fucking sad.
That way you'll always be in the loop when we drop our scary video compilations.
I wouldn't even say it was faulty. The water completes the circuit inside the toy rather than the flashlight thingy. Yes, that's a very good point.
In May of 1972, an Italian Benedictine monk named Father Pellegrino Ernetti sat down for an interview with journalist Vincenzo Maddaloni from the periodical La Domenica del Corriere. What he said during that conversation would spark one of the strangest conspiracy theories in modern history. Father Ernetti claimed that he and a small group of scientists had built a device called the chronovisor. According to him, the work began in 1952 at the Experimental Physics Laboratory of the Catholic University of Milan, where he collaborated with Father Agostino Gemelli and a select team of researchers. The device, Ernetti said, could tune into events from the past, not by traveling through time, but by capturing residual electromagnetic radiation left behind by historical moments, like tuning a radio to a frequency that had already been broadcast, and then came the claim that made headlines. Ernetti revealed a photograph. He said it showed the face of Jesus Christ during the crucifixion.
We're all agreed that that's some sort of mannequin or doll, right? That's not... Are you telling me dude has very manicured eyebrows for the time period? Are you telling me they don't have like a random crucifixion statue of Jesus anywhere at the Vatican that they could have just taken a picture of? That's a fucking doll. I'm sorry.
By the chronovisor itself. The image depicted an anguished face looking upward, and it was published in the Italian press. For a brief moment, the world paid attention, but the story fell apart. Researchers eventually traced the image to a wooden
Thank you.
Crucifix sculpture at the Sanctuary of Merciful Love in Colle Valenza, a small town in Umbria, Italy. The photograph.
Also, the real Jesus looked nothing like that white man. Exactly. Not we, but you know, Jesus has been whitewashed.
Wasn't a window into the past, it was a reproduction of a well-known tourist postcard from the region. Ernetti reportedly made a partial confession before his death in 1994, though accounts of what he admitted vary. Some say he confessed the photo was fabricated, others claim he insisted the device was real, but that the Vatican had ordered it sealed away. No physical evidence of the chronovisor has ever surfaced, no blueprints, no components, no corroborating testimony from the scientists allegedly involved. Skeptics see it as a hoax by a well-meaning but eccentric monk who got carried away. The postcard connection is difficult to explain away, and the lack of any proof makes the story hard to defend. Believers point out...
I was also just about to say that people seem to forget that Jesus was Middle Eastern. I don't get how Christians can be racist but love Jesus. I have absolutely no idea. Felix, to be honest, I don't get why anybody would be racist though, to be honest. That would have been remarkable for a white European to be born in Bethlehem. Exactly. It's almost like it doesn't actually exist. I know, right? This piece of technology that there's no record of and just stories about definitely wasn't like to garner some attention at the time for whatever reason. Agreed, Rainbow. I'm not sure if Jesus was real, but if he was, he'd look way more Semitic. Exactly.
Out that the Vatican's own silence has...
I've been to the Vatican, by the way. It's very impressive, even though they clearly have far too much wealth. I've also been to the Vatican, but I was like 9, so I don't really remember it.
Hasn't helped. If it was simply a fraud, why not say so? That silence, they argue, only feeds the idea that something real was built and then buried.
Or it was a complete hoax because they needed attention for whatever reason, and they just ignore it and it will go away. You know, if they can't prove it one way or the other, they're not going to come out and say like, yeah, sorry, we faked this, we lied. It would ruin their credibility in all sorts of other ways. Although Catholics have all those assets, they are extremely cash poor compared to more recent sects because they have to try and maintain all those old historical buildings with dwindling church-going population. Yes, that is very true, Rainbow.
So what do you think the chronovisor really was? An elaborate fabrication by a monk who wanted to believe? Or a device so extraordinary that the Vatican decided the world wasn't ready to know about it?
I'm gonna go with it was bullshit.
Well, that's the end of the episode.
So I need this one. God, I'm so low. Why am I so low? Because I move my camera all the time. That's probably better. Sorry, guys. I move my camera all the time because I keep showing you Kari, who's normally up there. But yes, that was the live stream. So we reacted to my first ever video. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but I was very anxious and very quiet. But I made some good points, even if it wasn't editing. And then we checked out some Sapdam and went on several side quests. So I stayed pretty on task this time. I'm actually quite proud of myself. I was mostly on task. I deserve a yay. So I'm going to give myself a yay. Yeah, we didn't talk about our murder plan or something crazy this stream. Look, okay, we side quest. It definitely helped me a lot. Oh, I'm glad it's helped you, Squidge. Yeah. Ow! I completely misjudged that. Don't bully me. There is no tangible proof that goes. I believe something paranormal could be happening. I am a skeptic believer. Are you injuring yourself with a drinking vessel? I absolutely am, and that is a metal straw, so that hurt. But there is no tangible way to prove that ghosts exist. Science, on a physics level, fundamentally disproves that ghosts are a thing that could exist within our universe, because everything in the universe has to follow the rules of the universe, and the stereotypical Hollywood ghost absolutely does not. Please attempt to refrain from self-injury. Look, I do attempt to refrain from self-injury, but as my dad says, I am an accident waiting to happen, so I can't always help it. My depth perception does not exist. Like, I've smacked my leg on my desk like 3 times this stream, but my glass is pretty. I really like these. Yeah, I've gone completely skeptical on the paranormal stuff. Yeah, same. I used to be like an avid, no, everything is true, ghosts are real and blah blah blah, to I do believe in like divination and tarot and stuff like that, but with the concept of its spicy psychology. I mean, maybe the universe, a deity, whatever, is communicating with me, and if that is true, absolutely great. But they do not need to be. And if they're not, if they don't exist, all the rest of it, it doesn't matter, because I am still getting information from it that is helpful to me. And if it is helpful to me, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. It could be coming from me and my subconscious. It could be coming from a friend. It could be coming from a god. It could be coming from the universe. It doesn't matter. If it's helpful to me and I can apply it to something, then cool. I'm all for personal growth. I probably told you about this, but I looked into the I Ching, which is similar in the concept of tarot, but it originates in ancient China. You absolutely did not tell me about that. It's pronounced like I Ching. Okay, thank you, Ben. Why do you and my girlfriend have the same interests? I don't know. Why did you pick a girlfriend that is like your sister? Maybe that's the question. Why is my son exactly like my boyfriend? You did that too with Chloe. Don't mention Chloe. That was a mistake. So if we apply that, you know, if my girlfriend that was like you was a mistake, then maybe. You do you, my love. The girlfriend part wasn't the mistake, for the record. Chloe's my ex. Don't scare you like that. What did I do? I will say the person you love at 14 is statistically not going to be the person you love for the rest of your life, but some people do marry their childhood sweethearts and it does work out. The statistics are very, very low, but if you love her right now and it is working out and you are happy right now, then that's all that matters. We don't know what the future holds. Just got to take it as it comes. I'm old enough to remember the Ghostbusters animated series, which I absolutely loved. I do not. But then again, I was a Disney princess girl. He was looking for my Prince Charming, and we all know, well, most of us know how that one worked out. I'm 30. I've been with Mrs. Prism since I was 15. I'm also 30! That's because you weren't born yet. Shut up. I married the devil in disguise. I also married the devil in disguise. I got with my ex-husband when I was 14, engaged at 15, married 3 kids, well, technically 2 kids, and then a wedding, and then another kid. But 3 kids, got married at 21 and divorced at 24, and lost the children to social services in the process, which was by his design. But we live as we do. and we take the hand we're dealt. Yes, it does suck, but it is what it is. Everybody's safe, and that is the important part. Or at least that's what I take from it. You know, it could be worse. They could be with him, and they're not. And then got a girlfriend, and she was in America, and everything was great. Or I thought it was. And then I got out there, and everything was very much not great. And we broke up 4 days into a 14-day trip. So yes, thank you everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate you, and I will hopefully see you next time. I will be live. I don't know whether I'm going to multi-stream it or whether I'm just going to be live on Twitch. I have not decided. I don't know if this is something, I might poll it because I don't know whether this is something you guys would be interested in, but I am going to do tarot and tea live streams on every other Thursday with Purple Rain. We'll just sort of play with our tarot cards and stuff like that, just like have a talk. It'd be sort of very grounded, not like a airy fairy tarot thing. I know that tarot's not everybody's thing and you're free to not believe or whatever, but we look at it as from like a psychological perspective rather than a airy fairy sort of perspective, if that makes any sort of sense. But other than that, I will be here every Tuesday. But yes, thank you. I've said but yes for like the 18th time, so I'm just gonna wrap up, I think. I will end it on YouTube, and we will raid on Twitch, and we will go raid Kiwi. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate the heck out of all of you, and I will see you next time.